Eitan on the chase, blocks him off the backboard. Oh, showtime. Oh, he slammed it down. Pino rises. Another three from Eula. Goal! I can't believe what I'm seeing.
And welcome into the Maxter Athletic Center. I'm Yosef Silver alongside Donnie Book, and we are getting ready for this awesome game. Stay tuned. This is the NCSY pregame show, NCSY, inspiring the Jewish future for over 70 years. Now, Donnie, this is a well-anticipated game, the last one of the day. Both these teams fighting to get that coveted last spot into Tier 1. How have Frisch and DRS and Frisch played each other earlier in the year? How did that game go?
Yeah, Yosef, like you said, it's been a long day. Almost ready to go to sleep, called for the night. But DRS and Frisch actually matched up earlier this season at the DRS greenhouse, and that game resulted in a narrow DRS win by 2 points. Frisch was in it the entire game. DRS almost lost it, but in the end, DRS came away with the win. Frisch is going to look to recover from that small mistake and hopefully get a win tonight. Now,
obviously, that was a very impressive performance from Frisch. To go to the champion's house and only lose by 2 points is very admirable. Now, both these teams have kind of evolved a little bit since then. You know, they're going to look to their stars tonight. Who are the stars for each team to look out for?
Yeah, so the easy answer is on Frisch's side, it's Isaac Stepner. The game runs through him, it goes through him, and the ball gets to him. Once Stepner gets the ball, expect DRS to converge on him and Stepner to kick it out to shooters. You got Neufeld, you got a bunch of guys who can really impact the game on that side. And then in terms of DRS, obviously you got Joe Aram, you also got Tzvi Saidi. Two great guys in the backcourt who can really take over the game. Expect heavy defense, expect the three ball, and expect a lot of driving to the hoop.
And obviously with this being a rematch of last year's playing game, Frisch looking for revenge, DRS looking to continue their dominant run this season, 28-3, to continue into a Tier 1 berth. What's it going to take for these teams to get it done tonight?
Yeah, so we saw DRS here just over a week ago in the Maxter Athletic Center, beat TABC. They got to be better than that. Again, with Sarachek, it's a packed gym. There's a lot of hype surrounding this game. It's the last game of the day. DRS really has to come with that energy, start off right away. Frisch has to stop that energy. Frisch is playing from a little bit from behind. They want to really cement themselves on the court. They want to bring out energy. They want to stop DRS's fast break, and they want to get open looks for threes.
Well, that's been the NCSY pregame show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with lineups and DRS Frisch basketball.
For many decades, NCSY has provided the best summer ever for thousands of teenagers who have joined to take part in all of the great things the land of Israel has to offer. This summer will undoubtedly be the best summer ever, but also the most meaningful summer ever, as we join hands with our brothers and sisters in Israel in rebuilding and making Israel as great as it will be for all of us. These are most uncertain times, without a doubt. We do not know everything that tomorrow will bring. We are still mourning all that we saw yesterday and over the past few weeks and months. But of a few things we can be certain. We can be certain that Israel will rise again. We can be certain that now, more than ever, is the time to come to Israel and to join in the process of the building of this glorious state. Come join us this summer, now more than ever.
Welcome back into the booth here in the Maxter Athletic Center. Once again, Yosef Silver alongside Donnie Book as we're getting set for this really exciting game between the DRS Wildcats and the Frisch Cougars. It's time for tonight's starting lineups, which are brought to you by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online to check out all the great events and opportunities we have for YU students. Starting off for the Frisch Cougars, who I guess are considered the visitors, being the 14 seed, wearing their black and red road jerseys. Starting at guard, 5'9" senior number 4, Max Schachter. Starting at forward, the 6'1" junior number 15, Jesse Reinhardt. Starting at forward, the 5'10" senior number 21, Jared Reich. Starting at forward, the 6'3" sophomore number 23, Isaac Stepner. And starting at guard, the 5'11" junior number 24, Nathan Neufeld. And for the DRS Wildcats, number 3 seed, they'll be in their whites today. Starting at guard, the 6'3" senior number 0, Tzvi Saidi. Starting at forward, the 5'11" senior number 1, Avi Slomnicki. Starting at guard, the 5'8" junior, number 12, Gaby Spodek. Starting at forward, the 6'2" junior, number 31, Michael Solomon, as the tip is won by Frisch. And starting at forward, the 6'3" senior, number 42, Joe Aaron. And Frisch is going to start with the ball. It's going to be Isaac Stepner. Over to Max Schachter. Schachter inside. And that was a nice play by Jared Reich. The scoreboard has been turned off. I believe they're going to have to call timeout for that. But either way, great opening possession for Frisch.
Yeah, just before that, Max Schachter beautifully passes it inside to the open man who puts it in for 2. Exactly what you want to see Frisch do throughout the game. Find the open man, get the ball inside, use your height advantage with Stepner, and score points that way.
Now as we wait for the electric to be returned back to the scoreboard, just a quick refresher of that play-in game between DRS and Frisch last year. It was a pretty back-and-forth game between the two teams. They really, it was really close going through. DRS able to pull away in the end. And then obviously DRS went on that crazy run, lost to Shellheaven in the Tier 1 qualifiers, but ran the table in Tier 2 and won Tier 2 championships. So overall, a very successful tournament for DRS last year. Talking to Coach Cohen, he said that kind of springboarded their success that they had this year. Gave opportunities for guys like Tzvit Saidi, obviously Slimnicki, Dir Saknovitz, guys who, were maybe played quieter roles for the team last year, but really were able to step up in last year's tournament. And we've just seen this year, 28, 29, and 3 is really an incredibly impressive run from DRS.
And Yosef, you mentioned Tzvit Saidi. I talked to Coach Cohen before the game, and he was raving about Tzvit Saidi. He said that he really has shown flashes of stardom over the last 4 years that he's coached him. But this year, he's really emerged as that number 2 guy on that team, and he's really taken advantage of the spotlight.
And there's 7:38 to go here as it's Slimnicki for DRS. Kicks it to the corner. That's a 3, no good. And I believe they're going to stop the clock for the shot clock didn't run.
Something worth mentioning over there is that DRS got a wide open 3 in the corner. If you're Frisch, first quarter, you really cannot let that open. You have to set the tone early. You have to start the defense on the right foot. And you can't let open 3s, especially not for Spodek, who shoots the ball pretty well.
And just a note for those watching at home, following on our MaxLive.com rosters, Gaby Spodek wearing number 21 tonight, not his usual number 12. So just a quick edit for that, for those of you following at home.
21's a pretty good number. I wore it in high school.
Now, Donnie, for those of you who may not know, my first ever game calling here for Max Live was actually your Sarachek game when you took on the Hebrew Academy of Montreal Heat.
Oh boy.
So I had the ability to call Montreal earlier today, and now I'm sitting with you in the booth. Just a little bit of a surreal moment for myself.
Yeah, it's great to reminisce.
It's been a little bit since then. We apologize for the score bug not working at the moment. I'm sure our tech team is on that, but 7:15 to go, 2-0 Frisch lead as Gaby Spodek over to Slimnicki. Slimnicki going to take it inside, puts it up. No good. And Solomon there for the tip. Great job, Michael Solomon.
Yeah, it's an interesting take by Slimnicki over 2 guys fading away, but Solomon was able to kick it back in for 2. We got a tie game.
Let's see if Frisch can respond. As that was Stepner. Now it's Neufeld. Back to Stepner. He's going to drive baseline. Kicks it out to Neufeld for 3. In and out for Neufeld. And that's going to be Tzvit Saidi on the rebound. Gaby Spodek looking to push. Slimnicki. Michael Solomon. Joe Aaron at the wing. Going to take it inside. Goes up. And what a beautiful take by Joe Aaron. 4-2 DRS.
Once again, we see Joe Aaron splitting the defenders, getting to the basket. He's so good at that. Frisch really has to contain him and the corner for the shots in order to gain an advantage in this one.
And a great job there defensively by DRS. This matchup zone really giving Frisch some problems to start. As now it's Max Schachter for Frisch. Plays catch with Neufeld, but gets it back. Now it's Reinhardt. Stepner. Elbow J is good from Isaac Stepner. Ties the game back at 4.
That's his spot. If you're DRS, you got to expect that. You got to defend that, and you can't give him any space.
Defense chance coming up from the Frisch fans as Gaby Spodek going to take it in. and kind of just lost the handle on the ball there. As it's going to be Frisch ball. Tie game, 5:36 left. Now it's Neufeld for Frisch. Saidi on him. It's Reinhardt in the corner. And now it's back to Schachter. Schachter at the wing. Gonna take Solomon inside. Goes up with the layup, no good. And rebound Gaby Spodek. And they'll look to push for DRS. Saidi. Gonna pull it back out. Maybe slow things down. Thought about the three. Now it's Gaby Spodek driving baseline. Kicks it to Michael Solomon, who can't handle the pass. And Isaac Stettner gonna take it the other way.
DRS playing a little bit sloppy now. You want to see if they can maybe reset their offense and score some points.
As Frisch unable to convert on the fast break. Now DRS taking it the other way. Still 4-4. Been a little bit of a low-scoring affair thus far. As that pass inside was tipped, but right to Tzvit Saidi. And they're going to say it went off of Isaac Stettner, DRS ball.
And if you see here on the replay, Tzvit Saidi going up against two defenders. He's not afraid of two defenders. He'll go up every time.
As Saidi right on cue. No good on the layup. Isaac Stettner pulls the board. Max Schachter taking it down for Frisch. Already see some subs coming in for DRS. That's a three from Stettner, no good. Rebound Saidi.
That's a deep three.
Spodek goes up. And he'll draw the foul, which will send him to the line for two. And as we saw on the replay, good job by Gaby Spodek identifying the lane, driving in, drawing the foul. Frisch fans really came out in lots of numbers. They've been really loud thus far. And Gaby Spodek can't convert on the first one. Heading into the game now is number 24, Yitz Bennett. And number 15, Adir Saknowitz, taking a seat, number 31, Michael Solomon. As well as obviously Nicky.
Just noticed Joe Aaron at this break got his finger taped up. Hopefully he's good, hopefully he's okay. But that's something to note.
And it seems it hasn't been affecting him thus far, but obviously something we'll monitor. As Spodek unable to convert on both. So still score remains 4-4. That's up from Neufeld, no good. Rebound Joe Aaron. Joe Aaron looking to push. He has numbers if he wants it. Gives it to Saknowitz. Saknowitz going to drive, goes up with the layup, no good. And great effort by Saknowitz to grab his own rebound. Then another rebound by Bennett. And DRS going to reset.
If I'm Frisch, I'm looking to box out over here. A bunch of missed opportunities to change this possession. If I'm Coach Jensen, I'm getting my guys at the next break, and I'm telling them the key to this game is we got to box out. We got to be strong.
As that was off of Yitz Bennett, so it's going to be Frisch ball. Still 4-4. Been quite a drought over the past couple minutes.
And you know, just as they played a close game earlier on in the season, seems like we're in for another close one tonight.
That's Isaac Stettner taking it down for Frisch. Neufeld top of the key, gives it back to Stettner at the right wing. Left wing, excuse me. Stettner turnaround J is good. Finally ending the drought for both teams as Frisch takes a 6-4 lead.
That's great ISO ball for Isaac Stettner. We know the ball is going to him. DRS has to deny him the ball, has to be smarter and know where he is to deny him that ball.
Tzvit Saidi, baseline J. Bounces around, no good, rebound Stettner.
It's been all Stettner so far.
And I believe this is going to be a court warning issued to Brian Jensen. I don't think it's a timeout. I just think the refs didn't like how much on the court he was. We've seen some other coaches today probably a little further onto the court, if we're being honest. Sure. But either way, refs trying to set a precedent early, telling him he's got to stay on the sideline.
And you know, this is an intense game. There's a lot of fans. The gym is packed. The refs really have to keep the composure of the room and make sure that it's not only a safe game, but also an enjoyable game for all.
And now it's Max Schachter for Frisch. working on Spodek. 17 on the shot clock. That's Jared Reich. Haven't said his name much thus far. Isaac Stepner pulls up. No good from Stepner. Aaron skies for the rebound and grabs it. He's going to take it down, push for DRS. Pass was stolen, but now Aaron gets it back into Bennett. Back to Aaron. Great ball movement so far from DRS as they tie this game at 6.
Yeah, Yosef, like you said, great ball movement. It was a great pass by Aaron, but an even better recovery. And then Bennett to Aaron, really, that connection is something to look at.
Jesse Reinhardt trying to take in Adir Saknovitz. Jesse Reinhardt, now Schachter. Schachter loses handle on it, able to get it out to Neufeld, corner for Stepner. Stepner going to drive baseline on Aaron. Tries to throw it to the middle, but it's taken by Saknovitz. Spodek pushing for DRS. Inside to Saidi, can't handle it. And after it bounces around, it's going to be Max Schachter taking the ball back for Frisch. Shout out to our tech team for the Coach Cohen cam in the corner. We'll see those for the coaches. Different points tonight. And now it's Reich. Reich at the elbow. Gives it back to Neufeld. Neufeld top of the key. Working his way inside, goes up. That's good from Nathan Neufeld. 8-6 lead for Frisch.
Coach Brian Jensen was raving about Nathan Neufeld earlier in the game. Said that he's going to be an X factor tonight. And not only is he great inside, but he's also a great outside shooter. So look at him to load up that stat sheet.
That pull-up J from Aaron, no good. Saknovitz taking it in. And they're going to call that a shooting foul. Ref fairly emphatic that Saknovitz gets his 2 shots. 41.6 to go. Frisch 8, DRS 6. And just checking a replay on that. As we see Saknovitz goes inside. A little bit of contact both ways. Saknovitz on the first is good. So now 8-7 Frisch lead. Come to Como Pizza for some great pizza, pasta, salads, and even awesome breakfast options. We will be streaming the games in the store, making it a great place to watch the games while you eat. Big shout out to Como Pizza. Don't even know if they're still open, but big shout out to the guys who work there. Always the greatest service at Como Pizza.
Free throws, free throws, free throws. Gotta hit your free throws, they might hit you at the end of the game.
As Saknovitz finishing at the line 1 of 2. So it remains an 8-7 lead for Frisch. That's a pull-up from Stepner. Catch and shoot is good. Wow. Very impressive shot from Isaac Stepner. Although that's what we've been accustomed to seeing from the sophomore superstar.
And you know, Stepner has really been an amazing option on offense for Frisch this year. Had a game of 40 points. He's been unbelievable.
Aaron pulls up for 3. That's no good. Hit the rope. And the refs are going to identify that. And they're going to say out of bounds. Wonder if they add some time back to the clock. Should be about 3 seconds. Let's see if they end up adding time. As we see on the replay, let's see. Yeah, probably about 3 seconds when that hit the rope. So let's see if they come over to the booth or Frisch just kind of has to deal. It's 2.1 seconds. So I guess they split the baby on that. 2 seconds. Quick throw up from Stepner. Almost. Right off the backboard. But at the end of the first quarter, Frisch 11, DRS 7. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more basketball.
Bravo, Dead Caravana here, assistant director at the amazing Camp Seneca Lake. When you send your child here, you're getting the best athletics, delicious food, incredible staff, and amazing night activities. But don't take my word for it. If you want your child to have an amazing Shabbat experience filled with learning and ruach, stop on by, visit our camp, and let's make summer 2025 the best one yet. See you there.
And welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. We would like to thank Chopsticks for being a proud Max Live sponsor. For the best Chinese food in Teaneck, you've got to go to Chopsticks. Head to chopsticksusa.com to order online. The link is in the description of this video. Once again, that's Chopsticks, CHOPSTIX, USA.com. So, Donnie, Frisch 11, DRS 7. What have we seen from both teams in the first quarter?
I mean, from Frisch, this is everything you can ask for. You're coming in as the underdog, as the 14 seed, playing the 3 seed. You have a 4-point lead going into the second quarter. That's everything you want to hear. On the DRS side, you want to play a little bit more to your style. You want to keep pushing the ball. You want to play intense defense up top. And really what they haven't been able to do so far is contain Isaac Stepner. I'm sure Coach Cohen told them in the huddle over there that he's their guy. You got to stop him. You can't let him get the ball.
And now it's Yitz Bennett for DRS. Tries to give it up top to Slomnicki. Ball bounces around, goes to Isaac Stepner. He's going to go on the fast break, puts it up. No good. Rebound, Adir Saknovitz. And Sweet Saidi to slow it down for DRS. Saknovitz pulls up 3. No good. And a little bit of a silly foul by Saknovitz. He knows that. As Frisch going to get possession. That's DRS's first foul of the quarter. Saknovitz's first of the game.
Yeah, and going back to that Stepner fast break, I might have looked to pass that out, get some numbers, set up a play, but now they have another opportunity.
And Max Schachter going to take it down. That fiery red hair, somewhat matching the Frisch jersey. And in the corner is Reich. Reich going to move inside, kicks out to Reinhardt. And that hit the rope as well. Going to be out of bounds. DRS ball.
That's the best part of the Max Center Athletic Center. That rope and the coin 6 defender. Haven't had one of those yet, but I'm sure we're going to get one soon.
Yeah, 6 defender, very much known to strike here in this gym. Just one of the quirks of the Max Stern Athletic Center. Johnny Halpert Court at the Max Stern Athletic Center, excuse me. As Gaby Spodek taken down for DRS. Coach Cohen watching carefully. As Joe Aaron kicks it out to Spodek. Spodek going to take it in, under the hoop. Kicks to the corner, Slomnicki. That's a 3, that's good. So the 3 from Avi Slomnicki brings DRS to within 1 with 6.5 to go here in the second quarter.
Yosef, you could call me crazy. I think that might have very, very slightly hit the 6th defender, but alas, the ball went in, 3 points to DRS. Great shot by Slomnicki.
And now Schachter looking to respond, throws it inside to Reinhardt. Reinhardt goes up with it. That was good defense by Bennett, but Reinhardt able to convert. So now 13-10 Frisch lead. As bodies are flying, but nothing from the officials. Bennett tries his luck from 3, no good. That's Saidi. Saidi's going to get called for an offensive foul. Great job by Reich, putting the body on the line, drawing the charge.
Although there was an offensive foul called, you can see the confidence that Sweet Saidi has to even make that turnaround move, go in. Unfortunately, he was called for the offensive foul, but look at him to keep that consistent and to keep going in, pounding strong at the hoop.
And as we saw in the replay, great job by Reich, just step in the way, get himself set, really make sure he was ready to take that, and then taking it like a champ, getting the ball back for his team. And I believe they just want to make sure with the scorer's table that they have the foul on the correct player. Should be on number 0, Sweet Saidi. And now they put it up. So ball back in, 13-10. Frisch Cougars lead the DRS Wildcats. Just under 6 to play here in the second quarter.
DRS running a patented man to add some extra pressure on Frisch. Trying to deny the ball to Stepner. They have Spodek all over him. Saidi switches on to him now.
And now it's Joe Aaron at the top of the key guarding Max Schachter. Schachter takes the screen from Stepner. Going inside, pass is blocked. And DRS going to take it the other way. Gives it forward to Bennett. Bennett working inside. Lots of contact, no call either way. Max Schachter going to push for Frisch. Schachter, layup, no good. It's a great effort, tried to go up and under, but couldn't convert. And now we're going to get a stoppage, allow teams to breathe, and it's going to be Frisch ball. Gaby Spodek now taking it down for DRS. Crossing the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. 13-10 Frisch lead.
Not a lot of threes for DRS.
And right on cue, Saidi puts it up. No good, back iron. Rebound fought for by Yitz Bennett. Yitz Bennett puts it up. That's good from Bennett. Cutting the lead back down to 1.
Yeah, like I was saying before, Saidi rudely interrupted me. Not a lot of threes from DRS so far. Look at them to shoot a few more threes, and Saidi gets them going right there.
Yeah, in general, DRS not a big three-point shooting team, although we know that's something that they can do. So look for them to maybe get that going, as we saw there with that shot from Saidi didn't go in, but either way, a good look. As now it's Max Schachter. Schachter trying to take Saidi inside. Isaac Stepner. Stepner, turnaround Jay with no time on the clock, and that's going to be a shot clock violation that goes out of bounds. DRS ball. So DRS, over the past couple possessions, has done a really good job to not give Frisch any good looks, kind of forcing them to settle for bad shots with not a lot of time left on the shot clock.
We haven't seen so many shot clocks reach 0 this tournament so far, but there we had one, and I'm sure we're going to get a bunch more soon.
As there's some kind of issue on the scorer's table, they're trying to figure that out. Maybe it's the Gaby Spodek thing we spoke about earlier. I don't know why it took them so long to figure it out, but
while we're waiting, I want to wish Kobe Rodovitz
in the meantime, get ready for a day of golf, pickleball, and tennis, all supporting NCSY's mission. Join us on Long Island, May 19th. Visit golf.ncsy.org. That is golf.ncsy.org. And shout out NCSY for everything they do. And in terms of Max Live sponsoring the pregame show, note that quick ad read there is, I don't know what's taking them so long to figure it out. I wonder if it's the Spodek thing or something else. We were able to figure that out fairly easily.
Yosef, let's talk for a second just about how close this game is. We know that DRS is the last time we saw them on this court, they played a very close game against TABC, which they won. Although that game went to overtime. How and what is the key to DRS taking away this game, and if it comes to it, playing in a close game, ensuring that overtime doesn't happen again?
Yeah, so first off, it's going to start with their defense. DRS loves that 2-3 matchup zone. Sometimes it'll look like a man, sometimes it'll look like a zone. They got that really strong principles, and they've done a really great job of locking up Frisch. You can say what you want about the DRS offense, which I'll touch on in a second, but I think if you went to Coach Cohen and told him Frisch would have 13 points with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, he'd be pretty happy about the defensive effort from his team. And then offensively, look for them to work inside, try to get some quick layups. They really like to attack in the paint on those layups, so look for them to get some good opportunities that way. And shout out to advisor Akiva Poppers, who confirmed with us that the issue was about Gaby Spodek's 21 versus 12, as that was out of bounds by Yitz Bennett, as you see on the replay.
Yeah, careless mistake by Bennett. Falling out of bounds, couldn't get it out earlier. I'm sure he'll get it better next time.
As now it's John Milgram for Frisch. Coach Jensen kind of likes to run a short rotation. But we've got 2 non-starters in the game as the ball goes to the other one, Noam Grossman. Now it's back to Reich. Reich for 3. Just short. Slomnicki, gives it forward to Bennett. Pass is picked, but Saidi has it. Saidi doing great work, taking it inside, and he'll get called. Frisch will get called for the foul, sending Saidi to the line for 2.
Yeah, Saidi has a great first step when he's driving in. Over 3 players, got fouled, usually gets it in. This time we'll go to the line for 2.
Want to receive Sarachek news and updates and get close game alerts? Join our WhatsApp group. The link to join is in the description of this YouTube video. That's the first one from Saidi, no good. So we've seen DRS kind of struggle in the, to start this game from the line.
Yeah, and like we spoke about earlier, free throws. Free throws win games. Later in the game, gonna regret some missed free throws earlier on.
And another 0 for 2 trip for DRS, as this game remains 13-12 in Frisch's favor. Jared Reich gives it to Stepner. Stepner at the Yeshiva University Maccabees logo. Back at the logo to Stepner. John Milgram. Milgram trying to work on Saknovitz. Kicks it out to Neufeld. Stepner in the corner, driving baseline, goes up with it. No good. Stepner wanted a foul, nothing called. Joe Aaron going to take it the other way. Aaron driving up, good, and DRS has their first lead of the night, 14-13 with 2:35 to go.
We've seen it time and time again. Joe Aaron going coast to coast, putting the ball in the basket. Frisch really has to get an answer for that.
And now it's John Milgram taking it inside, no good. Too strong on the layup. Joe Aaron taking it down. Joe Aaron trying to put it up. Nothing called either way, but that's going to be off of Frisch. DRS will retain possession. And getting some more subs. Max Schachter checking back into the game. John Milgram going to take a seat for the Frisch Cougars.
Schachter's more known as a defensive player, but tonight he's been torching the DRS zone.
As now Schachter kicks it to Stepner at the wing. Stepner taking it in, fakes the shot, passes it around. Right now with Jesse Reinhardt. Max Schachter with it. As Frisch has returned to their starting five. Max Schachter dribbling around, 10 seconds. 8 on the shot clock. Now it's Reich, 5 on the clock. Stepner, 3. Bottom. Isaac Stepner, big 3.
Yeah, Stepner had so much time to take that shot. Puts the bucket in, gets the lead back, 16-14 Frisch with just over a minute and a half to go.
And with that 30-second timeout from Coach Jensen and the Frisch Cougars, we'll step aside, don't go anywhere.
Camp Seneca Lake, the premier Jewish sports camp in the tri-state area. We place a major emphasis not only on competitive sports within our campus walls, but also have our boys and girls participate in tournaments across many sports in all age groups against other camps. This season, we fielded 31 Wayne County teams, 9 tournament teams that competed outside against other camps. These games are a highlight of our campers and our staff alike.
And welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. 1:35 left. Frisch lead DRS 16-14 off of a big 3 from Isaac Stepner, returning the lead to Frisch. Now, if you're both of these teams, how do you want to close out the final 1.5?
Energy. The answer is energy. You want to go on a run here. You want to go up big as you can. DRS has the ball. They have the opportunity to regain the lead. You want to get the ball in the basket. You don't care if it's a 2 or a 3. You just want to score here.
And they're going to look to Joe Aaron, who's the high scorer on this team. Gives it to Yitz Bennett. Bennett taking it inside. And that's great play from Yitz Bennett. And we got our first tie since 0-0.
Yeah,
since 6-6, excuse me.
We've seen phenomenal passing between Bennett and Aaron. This time from Aaron to Bennett. Bennett puts it in. He's going to be huge for this team going forward.
And that's a 3 from Neufeld. No good. Rebounded by DRS, and they're going to push. Saidi pulls up. No good. Can't connect as it's Stepner with the rebound. Jared Reich taking it down the other way. That's a 3 from Jesse Reinhardt. And once again, no good from Frisch as that ball passed through the stanchions. So 38.4 to go. Now, if you're DRS, do you hold for 1 or you don't really care about the time, you just go for it?
Honestly, if I'm Coach Cohen, I'm holding for 1. Not much time difference between the shot clock and game clock. You don't want to give Frisch the opportunity to have a lead. You want to go into halftime either at a tie game or with the lead. Talk to your guys from ahead rather than from behind. I would hold it, and seems like I was right.
And just like to give a shout out to at halftime, we will have an interview with one of the coaches at this Camp Step It Up halftime show. Aaron taking it inside, no good, gets his own rebound, and with the tip in, 2 seconds, stolen by Bennett. Can they get a shot up? Does. What a play by Yitz Bennett to close out the half, 20-16. DRS Wildcats going to take this lead into the locker room as we are going to send it down in just a moment to our sideline reporter.
Yeah, you could see the energy from Coach Cohen after Bennett got that steal and put it back up for 2. That's That's exactly what you wanted from DRS at the end of that half.
And now we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Elon Lindenbaum, who's standing by with Coach Moshe Cohen for DRS. Elon?
All right, I'm with DRS Coach Jensen. Coach, what do you think went well that half?
Not much. It's not how we wanted to come out. We sensed Frisch was going to come out hungry. You know what? We have the lead, and I'll take it. It was a messy half, but we like to be able to play any type of game and still grind it out. And that was a grind. It wasn't pretty, but I feel confident for second half.
Thank you, Coach. And what do you think you guys need to work on for the second half?
Better ball movement, better shot selection, just a little crisper. We got a little stagnant there and not meeting their energy. So their energy and physicality, but we'll be ready. We'll be ready.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
And thank you, Elon, for that quick interview with Coach Moshe Cohen for DRS. We're going to step aside for some messages. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the camp.
My name's Yogev Verdugo, founder and camp director of Step It Up, a sleepaway basketball camp located in upstate New York, founded on the premise that the game of basketball is overplayed and undertaught. Game IQ. Knowledge is power. Our players understand the game, understand how to bring the ball up court, initiate offense, understand how to pick apart man-to-man defense, how to operate against a zone defense, play low-high, high-low, ball reversals, driving and kicking in order to get a higher percentage shot, using zero-dribble offense, drive fakes, pass fakes, and shot fakes to get the defense to commit. Of course, on the defensive side of the ball, to impact the ball, both on the ball, off the ball, understand how to manage a team on the court and off, and much, much more. We believe that knowledge is power, and we aim to equip every single one of our players with a keen understanding of the game. Basketball fitness. If you're in great shape, your skills and game knowledge can come to life. Everything from speed, strength, quickness, agility, flexibility, balance, breath work, conditioning, the entire body. Nutrition, what we feed our bodies with. Our players understand that on-court success goes hand in hand with the foods that we put into our bodies. Our players understand the value of proteins, carbohydrates, both simple and complex, vegetables, colorful plates, proper hydration. Regardless of how much knowledge or how much of an advanced skill set our players have, they understand that without proper nutrition, it will be very hard to succeed on the court. Our mentality and philosophy go hand in hand. While we try to develop a player who can impose his or her will on their opponent, at the same time, we want our players to be with a calm mind and a center. Working very hard is a spiritual experience. In order to get good in basketball, you have to trust the process. You have to understand that some days, some week, some months, and even some years over a career will be hard. If you can stay the course and trust your skills, trust the work you've put in the long run, you'll succeed. Our players understand this, and they have a trust in their work and a trust in a process that allows them to enjoy the journey. I think a huge part of development is also knowing when to take a step back. You know, sometimes when we're chasing dreams and chasing goals and working towards something, we get so consumed and even obsessed with it. Sometimes you're having a bad day, put the ball down, jump in the pool, go watch a movie, hang out with friends, take a nap. If you're going to chase big goals, be patient with yourself. Self-compassion, self-love, live in gratitude, trust the process. More than anything, enjoy the process. This is basketball. You chose it because you love it, love the game, and the game will love you back. Honor the game, and the game will honor you back. Respect the game, and this game will give you more than you've ever imagined.
No matter how hard we train during the week, no matter how hard we go with basketball, we go on field trips, we go here, we go there, we make sure not to compromise our Jewish identity. At the end of the day, we are Jews and we are Hashem's children, and we have to be like that every single day, no matter how busy we are.
If you're looking for help on a certain weak point in your religious activities, then you can ask the rabbi. For example, I asked how to lead davening, and now I'm starting to do mincha and shachari, and it's really fun.
I don't come to camp just to run 3 minyanim a day. I come to camp because the kids bring with them an inspiring energy, something that I'm able to draw power from for myself, and ultimately I'm able to share something with them that I love, that I'm passionate about. And having those two things together, it's unstoppable. We're able to both grow in such a way that we leave as different people than when we came.
Shabbos at camp is definitely very special. We started off, there's Kabbalat Shabbat, singing, dancing, all of that. And then something I personally really enjoy is every Shabbos I go to a learning group with one of the counselors, Noah. While being a great coach, he's also very wise and really knows how to just talk to kids and have a serious conversation with them. That is really special to me because if kids choose not to play basketball and they kind of want to use the day to rest, there's still opportunities to enhance your Jewish life.
No question to us is a bad question. We make sure all the kids feel comfortable asking us even about al netilat yadayim in the morning, saying brachot on food, why do you put on shoes a certain way, why do you tie shoes a certain way, and we just want to make sure that we can start somewhere with them and go beyond that. I teach a shir on Shabbat that's usually meant to go 30 to 45 minutes, but ends up being 3 hours long, and me and the kids talk about life, we talk about halacha, Pirkei Avot, Lashon Hara, and we cover all bases, and it's my most important day of the week.
We offer a variety of programming. We have learning groups that appeal to all different age levels, in-text learning, out-of-text learning, mitzvot, philosophy, Gemara, Chumash, bar mitzvah lessons. We have special programs that go on Rosh Chodesh, Tisha B'Av, Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, even secular holidays like 4th of July. We have all the necessary pieces for kids, regardless of religious background, to live their best Jewish life, and they might even learn a little.
Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center as we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Ilan Lindenbaum, who's standing by with Frisch coach Brian Jensen.
All right, I'm with Frisch coach Cohen. Coach, what do you think went right that half?
I mean, defensively, we did what we needed to do to put ourselves in the game. Offensively, though, right now, we're not getting it done. We're just going through the motions. When you're playing a championship level team, you can't go through the motions or they're going to make it miserable for us, which they are. But defensively, we're doing what we wanted to do.
All right, Coach, thank you so much. Good luck.
And thank you. This was the Camp Step It Up halftime show, which is brought to you by Camp Step It Up, located in upstate New York, with busing provided to and from camp, a mere 2.5 hours away from New York City. Camp Step It Up was founded by Yogi Verdugo, a former D1 college basketball player. It is the most proven Shomer Shabbat basketball camp in the world, featuring 26 current Sarachek players and over 400 past Sarachek players, as well as YU and Stern College stars over the past 12 years. There are programs for boys and girls grades 3 through 12, including a 1-week option in Israel and a 6-week option in the United States. There are 3 minyanim per day, learning groups, and a camp rabbi. Past campers include many Yeshiva League MVPs, over 70 college players, dozens of professional and National League players, a EuroLeague Rookie of the Year, and an NBA draft pick. Additionally, some of the players in tonight's game are Camp Step It Up campers, including for DRS, Gaby Spodek, Shul Weinberg, and Yitz Bennett, and for Frisch, Sadia Shoulder. For more information, if you would like to be playing in this game, email office@campstepitup.com, call 888-600-0908, or visit timetostepitup.com. That is timetostepitup.com. Now, DRS 20, Frisch 16 off of what was a wild sequence at the end where DRS got 4 quick points. But this was really back and forth the entire first half.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen a very close game today. Pretty much exactly like we saw them the last 2 times they faced off against each other, where DRS came away with the win up by 2. DRS now up 4. Let's see what they can do. Can they build on this lead? Tune in.
And now it's Max Schachter, Jared Reich, Neufeld, inside to Schachter, takes it back out, and that's stolen by Aaron. Joe Aaron cautiously moving it forward, gives it to Gaby Spodek. Aaron, Saidi. Sweet Saidi takes the screen from Aaron. No, he doesn't. And it's Slomnicki. Over to Aaron at the right wing. Aaron going to move inside, goes up with it, no good. Rebounded by Nathan Neufeld for Frisch. Stolen by Aaron yet again. How many times have I said that today? Saidi driving the lane, goes up, can't get it. Aaron can't get the second try or the third try, and Isaac Stepner going to come out with the ball. See, Saidi takes it for DRS. Elbow J no good. And that ball is going to be out of bounds off of Saidi. So lots of steals both ways, but Frisch is going to have to take better care of the basketball going forward.
A lot going on that possession right there. Both Frisch and DRS have to be a lot more careful with the basketball. Got to make smart passes, find your teammates, and overall, we got to be just a lot cleaner on the court.
And that was very smart 30-second timeout by Frisch head coach Brian Jensen. Not liking what he's seeing. 3 straight steals by the DRS Wildcats from the Frisch Cougars. NCSY, best summer ever. Last year, we brought 1,000 teams to Israel. This year, we're bringing even more. The countdown is on. Are you ready? With over 20 incredible summer programs, NCSY has something for everyone. Don't miss your chance to make this the best summer ever. Register today at summer.ncsy.org. So it's going to be Max Schachter taking the ball up for Frisch. 20-16. No points yet in the first half. Coach Jensen Cam back in the corner. And it's Isaac Stepner. He's been a little bit quiet here. Had that big 3 earlier. But look for him to kind of get going. Neufeld. Max Schachter gives it to Reich. Michael Solomon goes flying, no call. Big 3 from Jared Reich, cutting the game back to within 1.
First 3 in a while for Frisch. They got to keep shooting.
As it's Slomnicki in the corner. He's going to drive baseline, tries to get it into Saidi, and that's taken away by Frisch. It's going to be Reinhardt putting it up. The miss from Reinhardt. Aaron couldn't control the rebound that goes to Reich. Schachter.
Joe Aaron got up on that attempt of a block. Can only imagine what he can do in the open court.
As now it's Stepner backing down Slomnicki. Turnaround Jay is good from Isaac Stepner, and the lead returns to Frisch as they're now up 21-20. 5-0 run here for Frisch in the second half, and Coach Cohen wants to talk it over with his team.
Yeah, and that's a run right off the bat for Frisch. 5 easy points to start the quarter. Just about 2.5 minutes went by. DRS a little bit cold from the field right now. They got to get back on track.
And great adjustments made there by Coach Jensen. We saw Frisch come out, struggle a little bit out of the locker room, called a quick timeout, able to regather his guys. And now they're on a 5-0 run as we're going to step aside for a really quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back. And welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center as we see Coach Cohen, who smartly called a timeout. Let's see how the Wildcats respond off the timeout. Right now they find themselves down 1 with Frisch on a 5-0 run to start this third frame. We got the Coach Cohen cam, the CCC in the corner as the ball is with Spodek. Joe Aaron pulls up for 3. No good. And great effort by Spodek to try to secure the board and save it from going out of bounds, but it's going to be Frisch ball. Max Schachter taking it down. Gaby Spodek playing up on him. And now it's going to be Tzvit Saidi tasked with defense. Reinhardt for 3. That's in. Big 3 from Jesse Reinhardt. 24-20. Frisch Cougars up with just under 5 to go in this third frame.
Frisch responding well. They're crashing the boards. They're doing a great job defending Joe Aaron. And they're cashing in buckets as Slomnicki knocks down the 3.
And Avi Slomnicki, what an incredible response for DRS. Brings the game back to within 1. As, you know, the first half a little bit more low scoring from both of these teams. But it's been a lot of buckets here in the opening 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened earlier on in the season when these two teams played. A little bit cold to start, but things started getting off to the races once the second half turned around.
As that 3 was too strong, but a steal by Jared Reich, and he draws a foul. That's going to go on Yitz Bennett, and Jared Reich is going to go to the line. The opportunity to extend the lead to 3. Reich on the first, able to connect. 25-23 lead now for Frisch. We would like to thank Dougie's for being a proud Max Live sponsor. For the best barbecue and grill in Teaneck, make your way to Dougie's. Go to Dougie'sBBQ.com DOUGIESBBQ.com to order. The link is in the description of this video. As Frisch was no good on the second, but Spodek takes it the other way. Now DRS are the ones that are up. It's 25-24.
Spodek splits two defenders on that one. DRS guards are known for taking the ball to the basket. Frisch cannot let DRS get open in transition and get easy shots.
That shot from Stepner was no good. Saidi. Now Spodek. Slomnicki, another spot up three. That's good. Avi Slomnicki, back-to-back threes for DRS as they take a 28-24 lead.
Now we're starting to see the DRS championship team that we saw just a few weeks ago. They're really coming alive on the offensive end. You just saw Slomnicki hit two massive threes back-to-back. They're coming alive. Frisch has to be ready.
And now Frisch looking for a response. It's Jared Reich. Max Schachter. Schachter going to take it inside, goes up. That's good, Max Schachter. So nice response from Frisch. Reminding everyone that they are not out of this. In what is a 2-point game with 3 to go.
Once again, close game. Best type of game. Last game of the night. It's close, it's competitive. That's exactly what we want to see from this crowd.
Svit Saidi. As that's going to be Frisch ball. Frisch fans chanting fix the scoreboard, which I believe does need to be fixed. I don't think they counted one of those free throws that Jared Reich made. I believe it should be 28-27, not 28-26. Let's see if they correct that, and now they do. I thought I was going crazy for a second. I was going to say I could have sworn that went in, but they didn't credit it.
Yeah, something over there wasn't right. Frisch crowd very quickly picked it up. Refs fixed it.
And the Frisch Cougars really came out to support their squad. And that's Stepner. Step back three. That's good from Isaac Stepner. What an unbelievable play as Donnie Book can't believe it in the booth.
Wow. Stepner showing off his shooting abilities tonight. I believe that's his third three-pointer. He's not afraid to take those shots. He's a high percentage guy from those areas. And if he keeps hitting his threes, this is going to be a very different game.
And what's really been a back and forth game between two big Yeshiva League rivals. You know, we said both teams are going to have to rely on their stars, and Isaac Stepner definitely showing up for Frisch as it's Bennett now for DRS.
100%. Not a lot of threes coming from Frisch, but just enough to keep them back in this game with the lead up two.
And it's Slomnicki in the corner, finds the lane, and hits the wide open layup. 30-30.
That's a great move by Slomnicki, getting over two defenders, going in for the layup.
And now it's Isaac Stepner. Kicks it to the corner. And pulls up, no good, but Max Schachter there for the rebound. And they'll reset. Schachter jacks up a triple. And that hits the string above the free throw line. That's the third time this game that that's happened. And it's going to be DRS inbounding the ball with 1:37 to go in this tight game that's knotted up at 30.
It's a very entertaining game, tie ball game, a minute and a half left in the third quarter. A lot of basketball left. There's a lot of time on the clock left. A lot of things can happen, a lot of different shots, a lot of defense. As we see a foul on Frisch. But this game right now, tie ball game, can go either way. DRS with the advantage of possession right now, looking to get the ball in the basket to go up. They want to close out this quarter as strong as they did the half.
And it's Sakinovitz, now Joe Aaron. 1:20 to go on the clock in this third quarter. Spodek, three, good. Gaby Spodek giving DRS a 3-point lead, 33-30.
DRS has shot the ball from beyond the arc pretty well this quarter. Hopefully they can continue that throughout the rest of the game.
Schachter, Reich, Reinhardt. Gives it over, pull up, no good from Noam Grossman, the junior, and DRS going to take this down. And a good job by Gaby Spodek drawing the foul.
Schachter, known as somebody who really picks passes pretty well, picks the ball out of driving players. Unfortunately there, got called for the foul, but throughout the season he's been a pretty good defender on ball over there. He's probably kicking himself that he reached in just a little bit too far, and I'm sure he'll adjust for next time.
Yeah, Max Schachter had a stretch this season where he was averaging 4 steals per game, just to show you his defensive prowess. As now it's Spodek working on the aforementioned Schachter, and right on cue, ball's popped loose. Isaac Stepner taking it for Frisch. Gives it forward to Reich, back to Stepner. 8 seconds separating shot and game clock. As Max Schachter working through the offense, 20 on the shot clock. Takes a screen from Reich. Now it's Yitz Bennett on the matchup. Stepner, deep three. Just short from Stepner. Joe Aaron with 15 seconds to go. Yitz Bennett going to take the layup. Good defense by Stepner. And does get called for the foul with a lot of contact down low.
Yosef, interesting to note that Frisch didn't go for the classic 2-for-1 over there. Not sure why Coach Jensen didn't call that out. Now they lost the possession. DRS at the line, shooting 2 with 9.2 to go, up 3.
Yeah, I think for Coach Jensen, the Frisch offense, as we've seen, they like to move slowly. They like to take a lot of time and really work their way through their different reads. Coach Jensen probably not wanting to rush his offense, make sure you get a good shot, which they got a solid shot from Stepner. We've seen him hit those already multiple times here tonight. Stepner up to 15 points for Frisch out of their 30, so he's literally got half their points, but couldn't make it there. And now we're going to have maybe an offense for defense substitution, as John Milgram going to check into the game. Noam Grossman going to take a seat with 9.2 to go.
Yeah, and we were talking about Stepner just before. He's only a sophomore. He's got a bunch more years in this tournament.
And I'm sure we'll see exciting things from Stepner. And quickly, with that offense for defense, John Milgram, now that DRS has the ball, going to take a seat. Grossman checking back into the game. So 7.5 to go. And maybe Coach Cohen doing some offense, defense of his own, checking Sweet Saidi back into the game. As Saidi to inbound, gives it to Aaron, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, pulls up from Saidi, no good. Stepner grabs the rebound. Is he going to get something off? He does, but it's short. As we will go to the fourth quarter with DRS up 34-30. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with what will be an exciting fourth quarter. Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center, where the DRS Wildcats hold a 4-point lead over the Frisch Cougars by a score of 34-30. We would like to give a huge thank you to Lior Hode for his generous donation to Max Live in memory of Moish Kranzler Elva Shalom. Moish was heavily involved in the Sarachek tournament when he worked in admissions. If you would like to donate to Max Live and support the work that we do, visit maxlive.com/donate. That is MACSLIVE.com/donate. So now fourth quarter, DRS up 4. What do you want to see from each of these teams in this pivotal fourth frame?
I mean, DRS up 4. Stepner, as you mentioned, has 15 out of Frisch's 30 points. DRS needs to deny him the ball, has to pretty much take him out of the game.
And welcome back. As it's Saknovitz now for DRS. Saknovitz goes up. No good. Max Schachter on the... And it's Stepner. Jesse Reinhardt taking it in. Now it's Reich. Reich pulls up baseline, no good. Rebounded by DRS. Saidi taking it in. Yo, I can hear you. That means they can't hear me. Spodek. Joe Aaron. Jared Reich grabbing the board, taking it down the other way for Frisch. And we apologize for any technical difficulties, as it's Max Schachter taken down head of steam, but the ball was taken away. And it's Spodek. What a play. Gaby Spodek on the layup, 36-30 DRS.
Spodek splitting defenders is what he's been doing all day. He's getting to the basket. He's huge for these DRS Wildcats right now.
And that's going to be a reach and foul by Joe Aaron. He knows to be smarter than that.
Not many fouls on the day. One over there. That's on Joe Aaron. Like Yosef said, he's a little bit smarter than that. He'll change his approach next time, I'm sure.
Yeah, but like you were saying, overall been a pretty clean game from both sides. Not a lot of fouls called either way. Just some great defense from both of these squads. As that goes cross court to Reich. Reinhardt thought about the three, now pulls. No good. Rebound Aaron. Saidi now. Saknovitz taking it in. Floater, good.
DRS guards doing what they do best, bringing the ball to the basket. 8-point lead for DRS at this point.
As now it's Grossman, back to Stebner. What can the big man do? Is Joe Aaron going to get called for another foul?
Yosef, something worth mentioning is that in the first quarter, Joe Aaron was all over Isaac Stepner. Switched off of him for Saidi. Saidi was on him, contained him for the most part, but that's where Stepner really came alive this game. Joe Aaron back on him, picks up 2 quick fouls. Something worth noting is, does Coach Cohen switch Saidi, who's very capable of defending Stepner, right back on him?
That'll be something that's interesting to note as we go forward. As now it's the aforementioned Stepner. Looks like Saknovitz is on him. That's a 3, and that's good from Grossman. Big 3 for Frisch, trying to get them back into this one. Timeout by Brian Jensen. Wants to calm his guys, make sure they're level-headed. And that's going to be a full timeout, which means we are going to step aside. Don't go in there. We'll be right back.
What's the story with French fries?
Bowls of glass utensils.
What's the story with going to a non-kosher sushi restaurant?
I use a dairy blender to make a carved cake to serve at a meat meal.
The Jewish life and ruach at Camp Senica are top-notch.
There's nothing like the Shabbos we have here, filled with zmiros and ebbing and a gorgeous Havdalah.
Davening every day, chinuch classes.
Deep, meaningful conversations with just amazing kids and beautiful relationships here.
At Camp Seneca Lake, you'll grow over your summer.
Welcome back into the booth here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. As DRS up 38-33 on Frisch. Come to Golan Heights for the best authentic Israeli food and more, located just steps away on campus. Shawarma, schnitzel, poppers, to name a few of Golan Heights' delicious items. So DRS with a 5-point lead, a little over 5 minutes to go in this Tier 1 qualifier between fierce rivals, DRS Wildcats and the Frisch Cougars. Joe Aaron, now it's Saidi. That's Slumnicki for 3, no good. Rebound Saknovitz. Gaby Spodek gives it to Saknovitz. That's a 3 from him, off the mark. And rebounded by Grossman for Frisch. Let's go Frisch chants up from the Cougar faithful. 4:40 to go. Grossman. Saidi all over him. Grossman going to take Saidi inside. Puts up. That's good. Great play from Grossman. Going from the corner to the basket. As now it's a one-possession lead for DRS. Let's see if they can respond.
Yosef, the fourth quarter of the championship game just a few weeks ago was when Sweet Saidi really came alive and provided an extra spark for the DRS Wildcats. Let's see if he can replicate that tonight, both on the defensive side and the offensive side. We saw just before he played incredible defense over there. Great defense, but better offense beats it sometimes.
Okay, so now it's Sweet Saidi for DRS. That's a quick three from Spodek as the shot clock was expiring.
And that's where the sixth defender comes into play once again. Off the rim, hits the sixth defender, dead ball. Frisch retains possession. DRS might have gotten the rebound there with a fresh 35 on the clock. Sixth defender takes that chance away.
And now Isaac Stabner taking the screen from Reich, or not. Gonna move inside, turn around Jay, and we know he loves that shot, and he showed you why right there. Bringing Frisch into within one of DRS. Brian Jensen absolutely hyped for his guys. Spodek finding space, puts it up. That's good from Gaby Spodek. And Coach Cohen, I believe, for DRS, calling a timeout. That'll be a full timeout, which means we'll step aside quickly. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back. And welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center as Frisch fans join the music, join the soundtrack of the Max Stern Athletic Center. 3:15 to go, DRS up 40-37.
Frisch fans packed the gym tonight. It's almost like a home game for them. They're trying to get every advantage that they can. They're down 3:15 left to go. Can they pull off the upset? Stay tuned.
And coming out of the timeout, let's see how each team looks. 3:15 to go. Now, if you're Frisch down 3, what are you looking to do here?
I'm looking to score. I know it's the easy answer. You got to get the ball to the basket. Stepner's been your guy all night. You got to get the ball in his hands. And then on defense, you really have to stop the fast break, stop the DRS guards from getting in as Neufeld puts up a 3.
That's no good. The entire Frisch side saying it's Frisch ball, and the referee agrees with them. So it's going to be Frisch ball still in the front court. As that inbound pass just too far, and a costly turnover for Frisch as they're going to give DRS the ball back with under 3 minutes to go.
And that might be a golden opportunity for DRS to add to their lead. Frisch kind of throws the ball away, throws away a chance at cutting it to a 1-point game or tying the ball game. Frisch might want that one back later on.
And now it's Joe Aaron calmly taking the ball for DRS. Goes inside, finds a wide open Bennett. A great job by DRS clearing the paint. And good find by Joe Aaron.
Quick and easy pick and roll for a quick and easy 2 points. That's fundamental basketball, and they executed it perfectly.
And that goes inside to Stepner, and Isaac Stepner with a quick response. for Frisch, maybe holding his back. A little bit of contact there, but looks to be okay. He's walking it off no problem.
Yeah, we hope he's okay. He's a great player, showing it off tonight. And no matter where he goes in the tournament, we wish him much success.
As Joe Aaron patiently killing clock for these DRS Wildcats. Now under 2 minutes left in this one.
Yeah, and this is part of Coach Cohen's philosophy. Kill as much clock as possible. Give them as few opportunities to cut your lead as you can. And unfortunately, they missed there. Couldn't capitalize, but they'll look to do it again soon.
And now Max Schachter, the opportunity for Frisch to tie the game. Ball is in Isaac Stepner's hands. Who else? Takes the screen from Reich. Can attack the basket. Now gives to the corner. Schachter. Reich gets it back. Schachter. What is Frisch going to do? 10 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 6. Isaac Stepner pulls up. Blocked by Bennett. Huge block. And now Joe Aaron going to take it the other way. Joe Aaron blowing by the Frisch defenders. And they're going to get Isaac Stepner for a foul. Looked like he got all ball there, but I guess we'll take a look on the replay. As either way, that's a tough foul for the Frisch Cougars. Now let's see the replay.
Such an athletic play by Stepner to get up there for the block. Ref blew the whistle for a foul, likely on the arm on Aaron's back. Aaron to the line for 2, looking to extend the lead.
And that's good from Joe Aaron. So now a 2-possession game for Frisch, which means that they'll probably want to hurry. And that's something we've seen them struggle with a little bit. They've been very, very slow in their offense, very often working the full shot clock. Aaron hits the second. And we were speaking about DRS's struggles from the line earlier, but no problem for Joe Aaron converting at the end. Isaac Stepner. They're going to look to him for some kind of response. Down 5, you got to assume they got to hurry. That's Schachter working on Bennett. Kicks it back out to Reich. Reich going to take Spodek inside. Goes up. No shot. Foul on the floor. That's going to go on Spodek.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, pretty much for the most part, it's been a clean game. Foul called over there. Probably the right call. But overall, neither team in much danger of entering the bonus.
As wide open in the corner is Neufeld. And if you're DRS, you can't leave Neufeld wide open in the corner like that. As Frisch and Nathan Neufeld cuts it to a 2-point lead for DRS.
That's one of the biggest shots we've seen anybody hit today. Cutting your deficit to 2 points with just 44 seconds remaining. Wow, that's a big shot in a big moment for Nathan Neufeld. Now they want to look to get a stop, maybe a turnover, slow the game down. You got a possession guaranteed. I would maybe think if I'm Coach Cohen, to go for the classic 2-for-1 over here to guarantee yourself the ball back at the end. But either way, Nathan Neufeld, big shot in a big moment. DRS with an opportunity to answer. Frisch has to hold strong on defense and create their own opportunity at this exact opportunity moment.
And now with 43.6 to go, 35 on the shot clock, we got about 8.5 seconds separating the shot and game clock. I wonder if you're Frisch, at what point do you start fouling, if at all?
So Frisch isn't really anywhere close to the bonus, so it's a question from Coach Jensen if he wants to start fouling early to get to that bonus, to force them to the free throw line. If I was Coach Jensen, I would play this out a little bit, and then once you miss your first shot, if you miss your first shot, then I would think about fouling. I wouldn't go foul right away. You still got 4 to go until the bonus with only 1 foul in the quarter. At this point, I'm just focused on stopping DRS, giving them the most contested shot that they can possibly take, and hoping that on the offensive side you can make something work and tie the game or go ahead.
And now it's Spodek going to take it down. I'm surprised there was no pressure at all from Frisch. They're just going to let DRS sit on this, which means that they need a stop here. A bucket will almost certainly be the dagger.
Yeah, at this point, I might even think about fouling, start getting that.
And Coach Cohen calling a timeout, wants to talk it over with his team. 22.6 to go. DRS 44, Frisch 42.
And we got a full timeout, so we're going to cut to commercial. We'll see you in just a few seconds.
Basketball at Camp Seneca Lake is like no other. From the leagues to the trainings and the travel teams, our basketball program has continued to show growth year after year. Our coaches take pride in molding our athletes into young, disciplined adults on and off the court, while also sharpening their skills to take their game to the next level.
And welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. 22.6 left to go. DRS 44, Frisch 42. We got about 8.5 seconds separating the shot and game clock. DRS with possession. Now, Donnie, at this point, what do you think you're going to see from DRS? And is Frisch going to foul, or is Frisch going to try to force a steal, or is Frisch just going to play back and make sure, just try to get a stop and live for another possession?
So all options are on the table for Frisch. You could play the foul game. That is going to knock off at least 6 seconds off the clock. You could go for a steal and then eventually foul, or you could just play good straight-up defense for 14 seconds and hope to get the ball back with just a one-possession game. If you're DRS, you're looking to score. You don't need a three-point shot. You just need a two. You need to put the ball in the basket. You need to go up by more than one possession, and you want it back quickly.
And it's Sweet Saidi, head of steam, almost lost it. Davey Spodek frantically trying to call timeout. Isaac Stepner also frantically trying to do something, as they're going to call that off of Frisch. And Coach Cohen calling a smart timeout.
Yeah, I think Stepner was a little bit upset about that call. He thought that it was off DRS. Frisch basketball with the opportunity to end this game.
And we apologize about our score bug, but at 14.6 to go, as we'll try to overlay on the screen, 44-42 DRS lead. We'd like to let you know that we have the schedule, the official schedule for tomorrow, at least in the Max Stern Athletic Center. At 9 a.m. will be the SAR TABC game, so maybe a bit of a tough turnaround for TABC, going from 7 to 9 a.m. At 10:30 a.m. it's going to be Berman against the winner of this game, so either DRS or Frisch. Right now, it's almost 10:30 right now, and they're going to have to play 10:30 tomorrow. Then you have the Hillel-Eula game going to be taking place at noon, and day's going to end off with Mag and David versus Shalhevet. That'll be at 1:30.
Listen, it's four games in 4 days. You got to be ready. You got to be willing to play. You got to be willing to put your heart and soul on the court for this game.
No doubt. As especially we saw with DRS, returning their core from last year. That's 5 games in 6 days. Definitely no joke. 5 games in 6 days, 60 games, maybe 6 games in 6 days. Yeah, 6 games in 6 days, excuse me, for DRS.
I just want to point out that it's currently a 2-point game. The last time that these two teams met, it was a 2-point win by DRS. Let's see if history can repeat itself once again.
And Spodek has to chuck up a 3. Nothing doing, Max Schachter. And I believe they're going to get DRS for a foul. So that's going to be DRS's 4th team foul. And I wonder if you're Coach Cohen, do you foul on purpose? Put Frisch at the line, make sure they can't hit a 3? Because next foul for DRS is going to send Frisch to the line.
I don't know if I would give Frisch the opportunity to tie the game right now, but what I would do is I would try and foul with about 2.5 seconds left. Try and give Frisch a opportunity with a little bit less time on the clock. Make sure that when you do commit that foul, they're not in a shooting motion. You do not want to give up an N1. You do not want to give them 2 shots right away. You want to commit a foul. You want to send them to the line with about 2 seconds left. Again, DRS does not have a foul to give. You know what, Yosef? Maybe I would reconsider. Maybe I wouldn't foul. I would play straight up defense. You don't really have a foul to give. You don't want to give them an opportunity to tie the game on free throws and then hope for a miracle with about 1 second left. I would play straight up defense. Ball's coming out from half court. You don't want to press because you don't want guys getting behind you. You really just want to ensure that they don't get the best look possible. If you have to foul, of course you foul. You want to put them at the line. You want to put that pressure. You don't want to give an open shot. But I don't know if you could foul right away.
That's going to be Jared Reich to inbound in the backcourt for Frisch. Right now on the floor, Frisch got Neufeld, just the regular starters. Neufeld, Stepner, Reich, Reinhardt, and Schachter. Ball goes to Schachter, 5 seconds. Stepped over the line, ref didn't see it. That's a three from Neufeld, got a clean look. That's good! What a three! Nathan Neufeld winning it for
Wow! Oh my God! What are we seeing?
And Wildcats down!
I cannot believe my eyes!
As the Frisch Cougars have upset the Yeshiva League champions, and DRS will be dropped into Tier 2. Unbelievable!
What a shot by Nathan Neufeld. Deep three as the clock expired. Money, nothing but net. Frisch takes the win, 45-44 over DRS. I cannot believe my eyes. As we see on the replay, Nathan Neufeld, once it left his hands, immediately knew that was in. Deep three, Slemnicki defending, he knew it, coach knew it, the bench knew it, the fans knew it, and Frisch comes away with the victory.
So an unbelievable turn of events here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. As in just one moment, we're going to have our sideline reporter, Elon Lindenbaum, who's going to be standing by with most of the Frisch squad. As we just, in the meantime, see that shot one more time, just really a clean look. And really just a blunder defensively from DRS and an incredible shot from Neufeld. As we're gonna maybe call in some backup, as we're gonna send our color commentator Donnie Book down there to help, as it's a bit of a mess down there. But in the meantime, we'd just like to give a huge thank you to everyone who helped this game, make this game possible. Sorry, just 1 second. Executive Director Eitan Traurig, Executive Producer Zevi Pancer, Associate Director Jared Lazarus, Director Dovid Samson, Camera Operators Avram Gabai, Zachary Strolovich, Tobin Farber, Matthew Lauren, Tech Ops Ethan Burke, Stats, Gilo Marcus, and Peter Osen. As now, we're going to send it down to sideline reporter Donnie Book, standing by with the entire stars of the game for the Frisch Cougars, Nathan Neufeld, Isaac Stepner, Coach Brian Jensen, and maybe the entire fan section, or a nice chunk of the fan section for Frisch. Donnie Book, take it away.
We are live, star of the game, Nathan Neufeld. What a shot! Bring me through it, start to finish. What's going through your mind?
We're all built for this moment. We were prepared, we ran, we knew the game was going to be close. So we prepared for moments like this, and we executed.
Isaac Stepner, what a game, shooting the lights out. Now you had everything you can imagine. Tell me a little bit about today, what the success looked like, how we're going to prepare for the next game.
The success is Nathan Neufeld. Nothing is about me. I don't know why I'm in this interview. Nathan Neufeld is the best player in the Yeshiva League. That shot was in like slow motion for me. That was the craziest moment I've ever witnessed in basketball. Nathan Neufeld is the best player in the league.
Coach Jensen, you look shocked. Tell me a little bit of...
Neufeld is one of the best kids that I've ever coached in my life, and I could not be happier for him to have a moment like that. To be a 14, I want to give credit to DRS, they are one of the classiest organizations. Coach Cohen is incredible, those kids are incredible. They won an amazing championship in an impossible league. I'm just so happy for my boys, and I'm happy for Nate, because that kid nobody works harder than that kid. He deserved that moment.
One more question for you, Coach. Nathan didn't play so much to start the year. He's really come alive as the year has gone on. What can you tell me about his work ethic and how he's come to this moment and how much has really paid off for him?
As cliche as it sounds, if I could clone Nathan Neufeld, That's the type of fabric that I want to coach. I wake up and I drink my coffee thinking about getting to coach kids like this. And I've always said to people, I didn't tell him and him, but he has the ability to be the Robin to his Batman, and that's what you need. And I believe these two, and the Reinhardts, and the Grossmans, and the Milgrams next year, but we ain't talking about next year because this team's got something special. And my greatest honor in life is getting to coach these boys.
Incredible win, incredible shot. Congratulations, guys. We're looking forward to you guys tomorrow. We'll send it back to the booth.
And thank you for that, Donnie. And just a crazy ending. What an instant classic. As DRS, Frisch, somehow able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat as they win 45-44, upsetting the Shiva League champions DRS. So now DRS dropping in to Tier 2. Frisch gonna stay in Tier 1. They'll take on number 6, Berman Cougars. It'll be an all-Cougar affair at 10:30 tomorrow. Once again, just an unbelievable shot from Nathan Neufeld off of an unbelievable performance from Isaac Stepner. And just once again, run through the schedule tomorrow. It's going to be TABC SAR at 9. Then the shock of day 1, Frisch Cougars versus the Berman Cougars. Then at 12 o'clock, we will have Hillel versus Eula. And at 1:30, we will have Mag and David getting some well-earned rest against the Shalhevet Firehawks. But that'll do it from us here today, and what's ended at least as a wild day 1. Sarachek Thursday here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. Stay tuned. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials as we put out recaps and previews for tomorrow's games. But that from Yosef, for Donnie Book, I'm Yosef Silver. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great night, everybody.